sometimes the most extraordinary opportunities come when you least expect them. In 1991, I was just a 26-year-old African girl living in London. I had no wealth, no privilege, just a big dream and a lot of determination. Then came a chance to attend the Royal Ascot, one of the world's most prestigious events, where something extraordinary happened. My headpiece caught the attention of the international media, and suddenly I found myself featured on CNN, BBC, and in a number of glossy international magazines. It felt surreal, like a dream unfolding before my eyes. Let me take you behind the scenes of the day that changed my life forever. It was 1991, and I was working as a clerk at Westminster City Council in Victoria, London, and living in a small studio apartment in Wembley, just opposite the Wembley Arena. It wasn't anything fancy, and my income barely covered my living expenses. I was really just living from hand to mouth, using my salary for essentials with no room to save. But despite my humble circumstances, I had a big dream. I was still a millinery student under Rose Curry, milliner by appointment to Her Majesty, the Queen Mother. One day, Rose gave us, her students, an incredible opportunity to attend the Royal Ascot. Not everyone jumped at the opportunity. It wasn't mandatory, but I knew this was a defining moment. I seized it with both hands, believing it could change the course of my life. The Royal Ascot isn't just another social event. It's one of the most prestigious international gatherings in the world, attended by British royalty, global aristocrats, fashion icons, and celebrities. For a milliner, the Royal Ascot is the ultimate stage, a dream platform to showcase your creativity to a discerning and influential audience. As a young African girl in the UK, stepping into this space was no small feat. It was bold, it was daring, but it was an opportunity I couldn't afford to miss. I began by committing the opportunity to God, asking Him to make it a turning point in my life and career. You know, I always tend to do this because honestly, without God's help, I am a total mess. Anyway, I threw myself into the planning process. I envisioned a bold headpiece paired with an outfit that would stop people in their tracks. I sourced for Dupion silk in robin blue and orangey red hues, vibrant colors that reflected my personality and would stand out in the crowd. To bring my vision to life, I worked with Itwen Basi, a very gifted Nigerian designer based in the UK at the time. I shared my ideas and she understood them perfectly, translating my concept into an elegant yet bold and very stylish skirt and top. The headpiece was crafted carefully to harmonize with the dress. It wasn't just a hat, it was a statement. With hindsight, I realized it was inspired by our traditional African head ties, but with a modern twist. Every detail was intentional, ensuring my look would be cohesive and unforgettable. My friends and I could hardly contain our excitement as the day approached. We planned our outing meticulously, ensuring everything was in place. Though confident in my preparation, I could never have anticipated what lay ahead. When we arrived at the Royal Ascot, the atmosphere was electric. The grandeur of the event was overwhelming. Luxurious cars, champagne, impeccably dressed women, dapper looking men, and a dazzling array of hats. with international paparazzi scanning for the most intriguing headpieces at the royal enclosure, which was the heart of the event, where the royal family and international dignitaries were positioned. As we approached the royal enclosure, something surreal happened. Cameras turned in my direction. Photographers surrounded me, their lenses capturing every angle of my headpiece and outfit. My unique headpiece and matching vibrant outfit had caught their attention, as I had hoped. I could hardly contain my excitement. Interviews followed. Ascot Radio wanted to know about my design, and photographers took pictures for global media outlets, but unknown to me at the time. Soon after, my work was featured on CNN, ITV, and the BBC. My photos appeared in glossy international magazines like High Life, which is the British Airways in-flight magazine, the Charles de Gaulle Airport magazine, Royalty, the Royal Star, and Semana, a magazine described by the Washington Post as the magazine with the greatest impact in Latin America. A few weeks after, I was invited to Bush House, where the BBC interviewed me in London, as well as by Black Britain, the largest British newspaper covering news about Black people, along with a few smaller publications. Friends from Nigeria, America, Paris, and across the UK called excitedly to tell me they had seen me on TV, in magazines, and in newspapers. My phone didn't stop ringing for weeks.
Shortly after she finished her training also was Royal Ascot 1991, and she decided she was going to attend, and she was going to make a hat and an outfit to wear for that event. As we all know, Royal Ascot is where everybody goes to show off their most beautiful hats, where the best of millionaires show off their creativity. And here Emma was amongst the, those who wore hats of the Philip Tracy of this world. Anyway, that hat was named, the hat she made was named Showstopper, Royal Ascot 1991. And a showstopper it was, because Emma was photographed so much. She was in the papers in London. There were very, very positive comments about that hat. Shortly after Royal Ascot, I traveled to Paris on holiday just for a week, and I came out of the airport. As I was walking past a shop, I saw this magazine, quite a number of those magazines, fashion magazines, with Emma on the front of the magazine. And it was the picture of her at Royal Ascot with this hat, which has obviously become an iconic hat. Unfortunately, I couldn't read well in French, but I was so excited, and I was very, very proud of Emma. I picked up a copy for her. Unfortunately, we didn't have mobile phones at the time. I would have sent her a picture immediately. When I got back to London, I gave it to her, and she was just so grateful to God and so excited.
The most exciting outcome of this outing was that an image of myself and a friend taken at Ascot in 1991 was used to advertise Ascot in 1992 in the Royal Star, a magazine dedicated to covering events about royalty. This was mind-blowing for a 26-year-old African clerk. I returned to the Royal Ascot in 1992, where I was photographed in Royalty magazine in 1997. While both outings were remarkable, nothing, and I say nothing, compared to the magical experience of 1991. The success of the Royal Ascot was monumental for my career. It gave me international visibility and opened doors that continue to benefit me to this day. While the recognition didn't translate to immediate wealth, it established my reputation as a milliner of excellence. It also helped me get a very juicy job at the prestigious Herbert Johnson of Newburn Street in London, hatters to several European royal houses. In Nigeria, it became a reference point, with clients often mentioning Ascot when seeking my services. Looking back, it was a pivotal moment in my life. Proof that God can launch a dream from an international stage even when your starting point seems small. There are 10 key lessons for every creativepreneur from this. Number 1, understand the importance of your stage. For a milliner, the Royal Ascot is the ultimate international platform to showcase your work. Knowing its significance helps me rise to the occasion. Number 2, the power of preparation. Every detail of my look, from the dress to the headpiece, was carefully planned to ensure I stood out. Number 3, work with the right people. Collaborating with Itwen Bassi, a distinguished Nigerian designer, brought my vision to life beautifully. Number 4, invest in excellence. I sourced for the best materials and ensured my designs reflected high standards and originality. Number 5, seize opportunities and believe in your work. I didn't let my humble circumstances stop me. I took the opportunity and was confident in my preparations. Number 6, be bold and authentic. My African-inspired headpiece reflected my culture and set me apart in a sea of traditional European designs. Number 7, celebrate the journey. The day wasn't just about success. It was about joy, laughter, and creating unforgettable memories. Number 8, leverage visibility for long-term success. The Royal Ascot gave me a foundation that benefited me throughout my career. Number 9, trust God's timing. Committing the opportunity to God gave me courage and clarity to step boldly into this moment. Number 10, things don't have to be perfect. I did not wait for ideal circumstances. Starting small but aiming big helped me achieve international success. If this story has inspired you to step boldly into opportunities, stay tuned for the next episode where I'll be sharing another defining moment from my 33-year journey as a creativepreneur, which is exhibiting as the first Black person at the prestigious Bojuman Millinery exhibition in Dubai for 4 years. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. Your next big inspiration might be just one story away.